Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode Series. Today we are here at Texas for the Texas 500 where we have qualified in P17 here with Christopher Bell on pole. I'm very excited to get this race done because if we have a nice race today, we should lock ourselves into the championship for on points. Of course, this is the second race in the round of 8, so if we have another good solid race, get some stage points, have a good finish, we might see ourselves locked in to the final 4. That we can cross our fingers and hope for. Now, Christopher Bell is on pole in your stories of the race here. Joey Logano, engine change after qualifying. That is playoff implications. He'll have to start at the back. Austin Cindric as well had to replace transmission, so he is also going to be at the back. As that'll do us for the stories of the race, we are now ready to go. Green flag racing here in the Spotify paint scenery roll-off from P15 with those two drivers going to the back. So the green flag is out, and now we are going to try and make some moves here early on to try and get as much track position as we can. These starts are going to be very important for us to gain ground on the drivers ahead of us here. To the inside of Suarez, we get past him. To the inside now of Daniel Hemrick, Justin Haley, Matt Benedetto, trying to get past all those guys here, and already in just one turn and the back straightaway, we find ourselves now in P11 now, going through 3 and 4, trying to use that draft up ahead of us to keep up with the pack here and make some more positions up early on, as now they're going to kind of stack up here on the front straightaway. You can see Tyler Reddick gets out of the gas for a second. We have to avoid running into the back of him now as we go and grind that bottom line here, just trying to get any sort of position we can on the guys running the unfavorable outside lane now as we look to the inside of Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch now finds himself out in front. Of course, he won the first race in the round of 8 at Kansas, beating us out in a photo finish. Hopefully, we won't see ourselves ruining that missed chance at getting a victory, and hopefully we point our way in or get a victory here today. Now it's with 3 wide with Tyler Reddick and William Byron in that 24 car, trying to get that move completed off the corner. We get past Reddick now, still battling side by side with Byron, as now we're going to try and make a move on Martin Truex Jr. and Ross Chastain if we can. Truex slides up a little bit there, and now we're going to take advantage going to the inside of a 3 wide situation here, trying to get clear of the 19 and the 42. We get past the 19, now to the inside of Blaney, as we now see ourselves momentarily in the top 5 here, trying to hold on. Now with Blaney trying to get us back on the outside line, but we go to the inside of Christopher Bell, so making a move for 4th place already. We get a little bit tight, and we make a little bit of contact with the 20. Now here comes Chase Elliott to our inside here. We're going to get stuck in the middle, going into 3 and 4, which is going to destroy our momentum here. And now, as you can see, Tyler Reddick's going to go to our inside, as well as we slide off the corner. Thank God Martin Truex Jr. did not get to my inside there, because I would have taken him out and possibly myself there. As now we go to the inside of that 19 car, a little bit of contact made, we slide up the track, we're beating and banging. I'm very tight right now, as you can see, finding it difficult to get through the corners. Now we make a little bit of contact on the straightaway, and that means the 19 is going to go sliding into 3 and 4. I know it makes a lot of sense. Make contact halfway down the straightaway, you go sliding into the next corner. NASCAR Heat 5, everybody, but thankfully, Truex is okay. He didn't wreck the car, and we'll see if he comes back, because now there's problems ahead of us. Kyle Busch has lost the lead, as you can see, and the AI just going all over the place. I had to just check up and just stay out of it. I could have gained so many positions if I stayed in the gas or gotten around it, but I did not know what the AI were doing, and if I hit him at full speed, I was probably going to DNF. But as you can see, Kyle Busch with some engine issues here, which will actually take him out of this race. So if I had beaten him in that Kansas race, Kyle Busch could have had big playoff implications there and could have seen himself not make it into the next round in that championship 4 and see himself fight for a championship with such a catastrophic failure there to his engine. But he did win. He is advanced. He is going to be okay. So the playoff implications ain't going to be too much here. I guess Kyle Busch can thank me for letting him win that last race, or else he wouldn't be in the chance for a title. Yes, I'm sure AJ Smith did indeed let Kyle Busch win, because he foresaw this engine failure. Said nobody ever. But here we are now on the final lap of Stage 1, actually. Martin Truex Jr. did get his way around me, as you saw before, so we do end up P7 here in the stage, so pretty good stage points. We get 4 points there. Kyle Larson takes home the stage win. Of course, a very good time to win it after you do get eliminated from the playoffs. So he is out in front there getting 10 stage points. As you can see, not many playoff guys actually in the top 10. You got myself, Harvick, and Truex doing well. And as you can see, Keselowski, Hamlin, Logano all missing out on stage points there, as well as Chase Briscoe. So that is definitely not going to help those guys at all. Martin Truex Jr. right now trying to make a comeback. As you guys know, he is 30 points below the cut line, so he's got a lot of work to do. But if he's going to gain stage points like that, and Brad Keselowski is going to run poorly, then he perhaps has a chance now as we go back green flag racing here in stage 2. I decided to loosen up the car a little bit, hopefully not too much though, because we were loose early on in the run, but as the run went on, we got tight. So an interesting one to deal with here, as we're going to make some big moves off the restart here. And as you can see, to the inside 3 wide with 2 playoff drivers, Martin Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick, our teammate here. Both myself and Harvick sitting pretty right now if we continue to run like this and get stage points. But right now, Truex Jr. has some work to do, so hopefully we can get 2 SHR cars into the final 4. That'll definitely help us out here. Kevin Harvick, of course, he is trying to go back-to-back as he pushes us into second momentarily. Still, the pass is not complete as we come up off the corner. We're going to wash up the track, and now we find ourselves in the middle of a 3-wide situation here. Harvick to the inside, Larson to the outside. They both split me here, and I go down into P4. So, as you can see, that's what I mean by the car is sometimes loose off the corner, or it just shoves completely. 3 and 4, loose off corner. 1 and 2, completely tight. It is just an absolute pain right now, but it is nothing near what we had to deal with earlier this year at Texas. If you all remember, early in the season at Texas, we probably had the worst handling car I've ever driven in my life with the default setup. And we had an accident, somehow DNF, and we actually made a nice comeback to finish in the top 10. Now, if y'all remember that, then congrats. You're loyal viewers, and I appreciate y'all. Of course, if you haven't seen that episode, definitely check it out, because we do cause a nice big crash. Hopefully we won't end up with the same fate today, though, as we are still racing in the top 5 as we skip ahead another lap here. We actually got around Kyle Larson here, but once again we wash up the track. Martin Truex Jr. just so good riding that bottom line there, and he's actually going to get past us here to the inside. We decide to back off in the corner just so we could get back to the inside line here as the caution actually comes out. So now we got ourselves a little bit of strategy to play. Actually, no strategy at all. Everybody stayed out. So that means a restart here late in the stage could possibly mean we steal a little bit of extra playoff points, because as you can see, we have had good restarts so far. We've made moves inside of 3 wide pretty much every time, and we're going to look to do the same again with another good restart here, trying to peek to the bottom of Kevin Harvick here. But as you saw there, we clipped the apron, which is not going to help us get to the inside. But we do get to the inside of Tyler Reddick at least. So trying to make a move for 3rd place down the back straightaway. Of course, only 4 laps to go in this stage. And coming to the line, it will be only 3 as William Byron continues to lead out in front here. We get to the inside of Kevin Harvick as well, clear of Tyler Reddick. So up at the P2 right now for us here as Harvick gives us a nice bump down the front straightaway here, giving us a little bit more momentum as now we go into 1 and 2. Definitely my weaker part of the track, and as you can see, we have to back it up quite a bit, and still we are too tight for the AI here, because they just go easily to the bottom lane there, and they just ride it there, and they just don't get off it, and they get past me here. So we can't defend, and once again I was too tight to defend from Alex Bowman. Martin Truex Jr. trying to get in the mix of it now as we go 3 wide here, trying to hold my lane. Truex comes up and bumps us. We bump Harvick. It's all kinds of contact. Harvick slips into the wall there. He makes a nice save, as now Joe Logano finds himself up into the top 10 now. He's made a very nice comeback from starting at the back. He gives us a bump actually, and we almost hit the wall. Of course, giving a push out of the turn is not going to end well usually, as now we find ourselves back on the bottom lane. Finally, Ryan Newman now giving us a push. Once again, sliding out of the corner in 3 and 4, trying not to wreck myself in that infield. As now we have the final lap of stage 2 here. William Byron continues to lead, and it seems like he is going to hold off 2nd place, which I believe is Tyler Reddick up there. As now we are going to get a huge run on Larson here, trying to get at least another stage point here. Of course, every point is going to matter in this playoffs here, as we are to the inside of Larson, battling for 6th place here. As we come up off of turn 4 here, we're going to have a drag race to the line. We actually make contact there but we do get the spot over Larson here, so we get 5 points this time. As Truex up there gets 8 points, Logano gets himself 7 points. So they're doing all they can to stay in contention of pointing their way in. As Kevin Harvick actually fell out of the top 10. He held on to the top 10. My bad. But we are now going to pit road. We all get 4 fresh tires and 2 cans of fuel to go to the end. We are now up in P5, so our pit crew has done an amazing job to get us back on the inside lane here. We've started on the inside every single time, and this is going to pay dividends for us here as we're now going to go to the inside of Truex and Logano up into P3. A perfect restart for myself now as we battle Reddick for 2nd place. This is the final stage of this race, and everything's going to go down here. Is now Byron's going to take the high line going into 3 and 4. We're trying to get the lead here from the 24 car. Can AJ Smith win this race now as we battle William Byron here for the win? We lead that lap actually, so that's very nice. If only bonus points for leading a lap was still around, we get 5 extra, but Byron actually holds on and stays ahead of us on that outside lane. And now we're going to have to think about blocking Austin Dillon, as Byron now actually gets a couple car length lead on us, as we clearly don't have a car that is winning pace to challenge Byron today. But if we can finish in the top 5, of course, that is going to be perfect for us in getting into that final 4, as Harvick now finds himself up into P4 after restarting 10th. So Harvick definitely got a strong car today. He is doing very well, as he actually gets clear of Austin Dillon there for P3, and now he is going on to our back bumper. Martin Truex Jr. has figured his way back into the top 5 as well after we put him 3 wide. So yeah, as you can see, we skipped forward though a little bit here just because Truex got around me, Harvick got around me. There was nothing really to see that was done and dusted. Reddick though is now ahead of us, as well as we're trying to defend from Larson and Logano, so we're definitely falling off a little bit here. Harvick himself actually fell off a bit, so we hit the apron there. Logano's going to push us out of the corner, actually keeping us up to speed, but now he's going to peek to the inside lane here as Martin Truex Jr. is trying to run down William Byron for that win. And if Martin Truex Jr. actually wins, then that's not going to be good, as Logano just sends it in on us there. He hits us and he goes sliding into the corner, so that's all his fault. Now Larson almost pushes us into Bowman, into the outside wall, so things are getting a little bit hectic here for my liking. Of course, I want to finish well. I don't want to be wrecked by any of these guys just trying to get up there and win, so hopefully we can stay out of trouble here. But of course, if Martin Truex Jr. wins today, then that is going to be a problem for us, because we might have ourselves battling Harvick and Keselowski for pointing our way in, but we have to hope William Byron just wins. Of course, if Truex wins, it's not the end of the world. We can still easily point our way in, but of course that just means we can't have a catastrophic race at Martinsville. But as we skip forward here just another couple laps, we caught back up to Harvick. Bowman got by him, and now Larson is battling to our outside lane here, so still in contention for that goal of a top 5. Byron's still out in front right now as we go to the inside of Kevin Harvick, trying to make a move for that 5th place. As now Larson is going up to our back bumper. He gives us a huge shot coming out of the corner. We run into Harvick. We almost get put in the wall. Larson's going to go by both of us. I got pissed off. I doored him down the front straightaway. As you can see, Larson's going to go around here hard into the inside wall as he slides back up the track. He's going to get nailed in the back by Eric Jones in the 43, as he actually got hit again by the next car, but it got cut out on the replay. But that is going to cause a caution, and which is actually going to end up pretty well for us here with only a couple laps to go. We've had good restarts, and now we could actually have a shot at winning this one here, as the green flag is out for perhaps the final time here. We got an overtime finish, 2 laps to go in this race. Can we find our way up there to battle Byron and Truex for the win? Well, yes we can, because we go to the inside of Reddick. We hit the apron though, which is not good, but we get past Reddick and Bowman, and now side by side with Truex Jr. for 2nd place. As long as we can stop the 19 from winning this race as well, that will be good. But now, as you can see, the fuel icon lights up. We only have 2 laps to go on fuel, so we could actually see ourselves run out here. As you can see in our mirror, Tyler Reddick dips down onto pit road. He is out of fuel, so he won't make it to the end. As now William Byron takes the white flag. We are in 2nd place. Can we actually get out there and challenge him for this win? and perhaps put our ticket into the Final Four by winning? Well, not if we slide up the track like that. Now here comes Truex Jr. to our inside once again. We're just going to try side draft this 19, hold him off so that Byron gets the win at this point. And as you can see, Byron has too much of a lead. He is going to come home with the win here at Texas. Truex is going to end up second, myself in third. Another fantastic run as Byron wins the Texas 500. Unfortunately, he was eliminated in the last round, so he could have actually got his way into the next round of the playoffs. But as you can see, he is eliminated, so it won't matter for him. But of course, it is still good to get a win. We end up with the top 5. Harvick in the top 10 with Logano as well. As you can see in the top 20, Denny Hamlin down in P20. So that is going to seal his fate for a must-win at Martinsville, which he could very well do. Chase Briscoe down in 25th. He's going to have to win as well. As Keselowski ends up running P37. That is actually going to cause playoff drama here because Martin Truex Jr. finished second, got stage points in every stage. You're going to see now Truex Jr. plus 17 on the cut line over Keselowski. A huge points haul for him, and Keselowski caught lacking here at Texas. So we are plus 74 on our end. We're pretty much safe and good to go. Harvick plus 47. He's pretty much safe and good to go as well. As third place, definitely going to be good for us. $1 million in the bank and another 255,000 fans. As that is going to wrap it up for today's race here at Texas. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And let's go see if we can make our way into that championship 4 in the next race at Martinsville.